Have you ever felt overwhelmed by life's chaos? What if disappearing for a while could make you unbreakable? Let's uncover the Stoic secrets to mastering yourself. Welcome, seekers of wisdom, to a journey that could transform the very core of your being. Inspired by the timeless teachings of ancient Stoic philosophy, I invite you to explore a powerful concept: disappearing. Not to escape, but to master yourself. Imagine stepping away from the chaos of the world, finding inner peace in solitude, and returning stronger, unbreakable even, ready to face life with unshakable resolve. The Stoics, like Epictetus and Seneca, understood this profound truth thousands of years ago. They taught that true strength is forged not in the noise of society, but within the quiet of our own minds. Their wisdom, born in the turbulent times of the Roman Empire, still rings true today, guiding us through modern struggles with clarity and purpose. Let us walk this path together, drawing from their insights to build a life of resilience and meaning. So, if you've ever felt overwhelmed by life's chaos, stay with me as we uncover how disappearing can be the key to mastering yourself. As I look around today, I see so many of us caught in an endless web of noise and distraction. We're constantly connected, phones buzzing with notifications, social media feeds pulling us in every direction, and emails demanding our attention. There's no escape from the chatter, no moment to breathe. Society, too, presses down on us with expectations. Be successful. Look perfect. Keep up with everyone else. It's exhausting. In this whirlwind, we're losing something precious: our sense of self. Who are we beneath the likes, the trends, the endless to-do lists? Many of us feel overwhelmed, like we're drowning in a sea of obligations and noise, disconnected from our own thoughts, our own values. I've felt it myself, that hollow ache of not knowing who I am anymore, of being pulled apart by a world that never stops. And I've noticed it in others too. Friends, family, strangers online, all searching for something real, something grounding. Why is it so hard to just be? Why do we feel so lost in a world that offers so much, yet leaves us empty? It's a question that weighs on the mind, a struggle that feels uniquely modern, yet, as we'll see, not so different from challenges faced long ago. As we grapple with the noise and pressures of our modern world, it's worth reflecting on how the ancient Stoics faced strikingly similar struggles. Imagine the bustling Roman Empire, a sprawling network of cities filled with political intrigue, social expectations, and endless distractions. In the midst of this chaos lived Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, whose life was anything but quiet. Yet, he found strength in solitude. To him, stepping away from the clamor of Rome wasn't escape. It was a deliberate choice to fortify the mind. He taught that we must retreat within ourselves to understand what we can control and let go of what we cannot. Solitude, for Epictetus and other Stoics, became a refuge, a space to cultivate clarity and resilience amidst a world that never seem to stop. Now, consider our own lives, constantly connected, yet often feeling lost. Can we apply their wisdom to escape today's chaos? Could a moment of intentional withdrawal help us reclaim our focus, just as it did for those ancient thinkers in a turbulent empire? As we reflect on the timeless wisdom of the Stoics, who navigated the chaos of the Roman Empire by seeking solitude, a powerful concept emerges from their teachings: the idea of the inner fortress. This is a mental stronghold, a place of unshakable resilience that we can build within ourselves, no matter the storms raging outside. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who endured slavery and exile, often spoke of this fortress as a refuge of the mind, a space where external noise, judgments, and turmoil cannot penetrate. It is where we find clarity and strength, a sanctuary of self-mastery. But how do we construct such a fortress in today's world, drowned in endless distractions and demands? The key, as the Stoics discovered, lies in disappearing temporarily. By stepping away from the clamor of modern life, we create the silence needed to fortify our minds. This intentional withdrawal isn't about running away. It's about returning to ourselves. It's about building walls of discipline and wisdom that no challenge can tear down. Imagine for a moment, what if taking a step back could make you unbreakable? Disappearing, even briefly, allows us to focus inward, to sift through our thoughts, and to anchor ourselves in what truly matters. Much like Seneca did in his quiet villa, where solitude became his strength. It's in this sacred space of retreat that we lay the foundation for an inner fortress, preparing to face the world with a renewed, unshakable spirit. As we've just explored, the Stoic concept of the inner fortress offers a powerful metaphor for mental resilience, a place of unshakable calm within us that no external storm can breach. But how do we build such a fortress in today's chaotic world? Let me share with you the first Stoic secret: solitude as strength. Stepping away from the endless distractions of modern life isn't just a retreat. It's a deliberate act of empowerment. The ancient Stoic philosopher Seneca, in his quiet moments at a villa near Pompeii, wrote letters that reveal the transformative power of being alone with one's thoughts. He taught that solitude allows us to reconnect with our inner voice, that quiet whisper often drowned out by the noise of obligations and opinions. When we carve out time to simply be, without the pull of notifications or the weight of others' expectations, we begin to hear what truly matters to us. It's in these silent spaces that we confront our fears, question our assumptions, and rediscover our core values. Seneca believed that without this retreat into ourselves, we risk becoming slaves to the external world, unable to stand firm in our own convictions. Solitude, then, is not loneliness. It's the foundation of strength, a space where we forge clarity and purpose. As we'll see next, this time alone also teaches us to build self-sufficiency, reducing our dependence on external validation. and aligning with the Stoic practice of self-reflection. After discovering the strength in solitude, let us now turn to the second Stoic secret: building self-sufficiency. I've often observed how we seek happiness in the approval of others, be it through likes on a post, praise from a colleague, or even a nod from a stranger. But the Stoics, particularly Seneca, taught us that true contentment must come from within. In solitude, we strip away these external crutches and face ourselves honestly. It's in these quiet moments that we learn to rely on our own judgment, to find joy in our own company, without needing the world to validate our worth. This practice aligns with the Stoic habit of self-reflection, often done at day's end. Imagine sitting alone, as Marcus Aurelius did, reviewing your actions, not to judge harshly, but to understand deeply. What did I control today? Where did I falter? By asking such questions, we cultivate an inner strength, a sense of completeness that no external force can shake. We become our own source of stability. Solitude teaches us that happiness isn't borrowed, it's built. When we depend less on others for our sense of self, we stand firmer, ready to face life's uncertainties with a steady heart. This self-sufficiency is the bedrock of Stoic resilience, a lesson that prepares us for the next secret, where we explore how time alone can even enhance our connections with others. Let's turn to the third Stoic secret: enhancing relationships through solitude. At first glance, it may seem counterintuitive. How can stepping away from others improve our connections with them? Yet, as the Stoics understood, time alone offers profound clarity about our role in the community, but clarity that deepens empathy and helps us establish healthier boundaries. Imagine stepping back from the constant demands of social interactions. In that quiet space, we begin to see others, not just through the lens of our immediate reactions, but with a broader perspective. We reflect on their struggles, their perspectives, and even the ways we might have misunderstood them. Seneca, in his writings, often emphasized the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with others, but he knew this required inner balance first, a balance cultivated in solitude. When we return, we're not just reacting impulsively, we're responding with understanding and patience. Solitude also teaches us to value relationships without clinging to them for validation. A lesson from our previous secret on self-sufficiency. We learn to set boundaries, recognizing that true care for others starts with respecting our own limits and theirs. The Stoics believed we are all part of a greater whole, connected by reason and nature. By retreating temporarily, we prepare ourselves to contribute meaningfully to that whole, fostering bonds built on mutual respect rather than dependency. So, take a moment alone and see how it transforms the way you connect with the world. As we move to mastering emotions in the next secret, remember that every relationship begins with the one we have with ourselves. As we step away from the noise of the world, we uncover the fourth Stoic secret: mastering our emotions. I've often observed how solitude offers a rare space to face our feelings without the urge to react impulsively. In the stillness, we can sit with anger, sadness, or frustration and simply observe them rather than be consumed by them. The great Stoic thinker, Epictetus, taught that it's not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them. By retreating into ourselves, we learn to pause, to question those judgments before they spiral into hasty words or actions. This practice isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about understanding them as signals, not commands. In solitude, we build a quiet strength, a buffer between what we feel and what we do. I've seen how this transforms chaos into clarity, allowing us to respond with wisdom rather than regret. As Epictetus might remind us, true freedom lies in mastering the inner storm before it masters us. As we've explored how solitude helps us master our emotions, let's now turn to another profound Stoic secret: the clarity that comes with a quiet mind. I often reflect on how the noise of the world, endless opinions, distractions, and demands clouds our judgment. But when we step away, when we silence that chaos, something remarkable happens. Our decisions become sharper, more aligned with reason, as the Stoics taught. Consider Seneca, who, during his periods of voluntary exile, found the space to write letters brimming with wisdom. Away from the clamor of Rome, he could weigh his thoughts with precision, unswayed by fleeting pressures. Isn't it true that we, too, often make hasty choices under the weight of external noise? Stoicism reminds us that a quiet mind is like a still lake. Only then can we see the reflection of truth. Epictetus once said that we must focus only on what is within our control, and solitude grants us the clarity to discern just that. Imagine facing a crossroads in life, whether it's a career change or a personal dilemma. In the stillness of disappearance, we strip away irrelevant voices and tune into our rational core. Historical Stoics, exiled or retreating to the countryside, often made their most impactful decisions in such moments, free from the pull of the crowd. So let us embrace this secret. A quiet mind, cultivated through intentional retreat, is the foundation of wise choices. As we prepare to delve into building resilience through reflection, remember that clarity is the first step to an unbreakable spirit. Having explored how a quiet mind sharpens our decision-making, let's turn to another profound Stoic secret: resilience through reflection. I've often observed that life's greatest tests come not from external storms, but from the inner tempests of fear and doubt. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, understood this deeply. During times of hardship, they sought solitude, not to escape, but to confront their fears head-on, to wrestle with their weaknesses in the quiet arena of their own minds. Imagine a soldier in the Roman legions, exiled to a desolate outpost after a crushing defeat. Alone, with only the howling wind as company, he reflects on his failures, his fears of never returning home. Yet, in this solitude, he finds strength. As Epictetus taught, It's not the event that harms us, but our judgment of it. By facing fears alone, we strip them of their power. We learn to stand firm, even when the world seems to crumble. The Stoics practice this during exile, loss, or persecution, using reflection to build mental toughness. This isn't mere endurance, it's transformation. When we sit with our fears in silence, we forge an inner armor. I've seen how stepping away from the noise of life to reflect on my own struggles, whether it's fear of failure or uncertainty, helps me emerge stronger, becomes a crucible, a place where resilience is born. The Stoics believe that hardship, when faced with courage, shapes us into unbreakable beings. So let us embrace these quiet moments of reflection, for they prepare us to return to the world unshaken, ready to uncover our truest selves. In the quiet of solitude, something profound happens. Away from the noise of the world, we begin to hear the whispers of our own soul, asking us, who are we truly? As a student of Stoic wisdom, I've come to see that stepping back from the crowd isn't just about escape, it's about discovery. The Stoics, like Seneca and Epictetus, taught that true authenticity lies in aligning our lives with our deepest values, and solitude is the mirror that reflects them. When we're alone, free from external expectations, we confront what matters most to us, not what the world demands, but what our inner nature seeks. Have you ever paused to ask, am I living for myself or for others? And with that clarity, we can return to the world, not as followers of fleeting trends, but as individuals grounded in unshakable purpose. This is the gift of disappearing, to uncover who you were always meant to be, and to live that truth without apology. As we prepare to explore the next secret, consider how this authenticity can spark something even greater within us, a wellspring of untapped potential waiting to be unleashed. As we've explored how solitude reveals our true values and purpose, let's now turn to a transformative secret that often goes unnoticed. Solitude unleashes creativity. I've come to see that stepping away from the noise of the world isn't just about finding peace, it's about unlocking the mind's hidden potential. The Stoics understood this well. Think of Seneca retreating to his quiet villa, where his most profound letters on life and virtue took shape. Or Marcus Aurelius, who amidst the chaos of ruling an empire, found clarity for his meditations in solitary moments. These great thinkers didn't just endure being alone, they thrived in it, crafting ideas that still echo through time. Why does solitude spark such innovation? When we distance ourselves from external voices, we create space for our own thoughts to breathe. The constant chatter, whether from others or the endless scroll of modern life, often drowns out originality. But in stillness, I've noticed the mind begins to wander freely, connecting dots in ways it couldn't before. Problems that once seemed insurmountable suddenly reveal their solutions. Consider how many of history's greatest ideas were born in moments of retreat. For us today, this means embracing solitude not as loneliness, but as a fertile ground for inspiration. Whether it's a quiet hour before dawn or a weekend without devices, these pauses allow us to think differently, to solve challenges with fresh perspectives. The Stoics taught that we carry all we need within us, and in silence, we tap into that wellspring of creativity. So, let's rethink being alone. It's not a void, it's a canvas as we prepare to delve into the spiritual depths of solitude in our next secret. Remember that disappearing from the world can be the very act that helps you create something new within it. Let solitude be your workshop, where ideas are forged and innovation takes flight. As we've seen how solitude can spark creativity, let us now turn to an even deeper gift it offers: spiritual growth. I often ponder how the ancient Stoics sought refuge in nature to elevate their understanding of life and the universe. Imagine walking through the quiet hills of Corinth, as a Stoic might have, with nothing but the wind and your thoughts. In such moments of disappearance, we strip away the clutter of daily life and confront the eternal questions. Who am I? What is my place in this vast cosmos? Solitude in nature, as Seneca and others practiced, becomes a sacred space where we meditate on our connection to something greater. It's not about religion, but about recognizing the natural order, the logos, as the Stoics called it, that governs all things. In these quiet hours, we realize our worries are fleeting, mere ripples on the surface of a deeper, unchanging truth. This spiritual deepening isn't abstract. It grounds us, reminding us to live in harmony with nature and reason. By disappearing into solitude, we don't just find peace. We touch a profound understanding of existence itself, preparing us for the final step of our journey, returning to the world unbreakable. And now we arrive at the pinnacle of our journey. Secret 10, returning unbreakable. After disappearing into solitude, after fortifying your mind through reflection and self-mastery, the true test lies in re-entering the world, not as the person you once were, but as a Stoic, unshaken by life's storms. The ancient Stoics believed that challenges do not break us. They reveal the strength we've built within. Imagine returning to the chaos of daily life, yet standing firm, your inner fortress, unassailable, grounded in the wisdom of Epictetus, who taught us to control only what is ours: our thoughts, our actions, our will. Let me share a story of Gaius, a humble Roman merchant. Overwhelmed by debts and the clamor of the forum, he retreated to a quiet grove outside the city. For weeks, he sat alone, reflecting on Seneca's words. What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. In solitude, Gaius faced his fears, stripped away false desires, and rebuilt his purpose. When he returned, creditors still hounded him. The market still roared, yet Gaius was unbreakable. His calm resolve turned losses into lessons, and whispers of his strength spread through Rome. Like Gaius, we too can return transformed. Solitude is not an escape. It is the forge where resilience is crafted. Step back into the world with a mind steeled by Stoic principles, and let nothing shake you. You've built this strength. Now wield it. As we close this journey through Stoic wisdom, let's reflect on the 10 secrets to disappearing and mastering ourselves. First, we found strength in solitude, reconnecting with our inner voice. Then built self-sufficiency, relying on our own spirit for joy. We enhanced relationships through understanding, mastered emotions with calm clarity, and sharpened decision-making in quiet moments. Resilience grew through reflection. Authenticity revealed our purpose. Creativity flourished in stillness, and spiritual growth deepened our perspective. Finally, we returned unbreakable, like Gaius, fortified by solitude to face the world unshaken. Remember, solitude is not isolation. It is a deliberate path to strength and resilience. I urge you to apply these lessons in small, daily steps. Start with a quiet moment today, reflecting on what truly matters. Transformation begins with a single, intentional pause. Embrace this Stoic practice and watch your life shift toward unbreakable peace. Have you ever disappeared to find yourself? Share your story in the comments. Subscribe for more Stoic wisdom, and hit the bell to never miss a transformative video.